Eating. Eating is characterized as an ingestive behavior that uses food to obtain and store energy and use that energy as fuel. The energy from the food we eat is important because it translates over to how we grow, move, and stay warm. There are tons of factors that signal us to eat a meal. There are environmental factors such as our environment, culture, daily schedules, and meal sizes that we're used to eating. Then there's also internal mechanisms that also signals us to eat. We get signals from the digestive system. There's a peptide hormone called Ghrelin. Ghrelin binds to receptors in the hypothalamus to help stimulate eating. Ghrelin is commonly known as the hunger hormone. It stimulates the appetite, increases food intake, and it promotes increased fat storage. There's also metabolic signals that kicks in a few hours after our previous meal because our nutrient reservoirs of glucose and fatty acids needs to be replenished with more nutrients to meet our cells' metabolic needs. The hypothalamus has several neurochemical systems that plays a role in initiating hunger and reaching satiety levels. Melanated concentrating hormone, or MCH, and orexin are both peptides created by neurons within the lateral hypothalamus. They both induce hunger and increase energy reserves within the body. Neuropeptide Y is another neurotransmitter with an orexigenic that is synthesized in the accruent nucleus. NPY is actually an extremely potent stimulator for food intake when it's infused into hypothalamus, especially in times of starvation or food deprivation. This neurotransmitter makes people eat frantically and a whole lot more than they normally would. Increased levels of stress have also been linked to elevated plasma levels of NPY. In mice, examples of physical stress such as being too cold or emotional and aggressional stress led to increased levels of NPY being produced. NPY actually has a preferential intake of carbohydrates, leading to increase in long-term energy storage or adiposity. While it dramatically increases your motivation to eat, it also delays satiety levels. So not only will you be eating a lot, but it will take a while for you to actually get full. Not only does it keep you eating, but it decreases your motivation for physical activity in response to plummeting blood sugar levels. Studies have found that rats who were treated with an infusion of neuropeptide Y into the brain worked extremely hard for their food. They'd pull levers multiple times just to get pieces of food. Even when the food was manipulated to be bitter, they still fought hard to eat even more of it. They were also given sour milk, then were manipulated to receive electric shocks after drinking the milk. Because of the NPY, they didn't even care and still wanted to eat more. Neuropeptide Y is often linked to obesity, considering its well-known function in stimulating the appetite. One way to offset the increased production of neuropeptide Y is to not deprive yourself of carbohydrates. Make sure that you're eating enough carbohydrates and other food groups because our body needs this in order to function. When stressed or depriving your body of carbohydrates in the name of dieting or other factors, your body will end up getting what it needs one way or another, even if it means overeating it. Eating too much isn't good, but not eating enough of what you need isn't good for you either.